Hello students, how are you all? Welcome to Affairscloud, Learn to Lead. My name is Vikas Rana. So students, we have an app by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store for Android phones. Once you have downloaded and logged in with your Gmail ID, you will be transferred to your home page where you can see all the courses that are offered by us. Once you have purchased the course, you can see your courses in the My Course section. But why our courses are so better? Why we think we provide you one of the best content? Because we provide you content on daily basis. In the daily basis, we provide you current affairs with 20 questions quiz as well as the PDF of the current affairs of daily. Then similarly for weekly, on weekly basis we provide you current affairs PDF as well as a 50 questions quiz that will help you to revise all the content that you have learned. Then on monthly basis also we provide you top 100 current affair questions PDF that will be the compiled PDF of the 100 questions of that particular month that will be very helpful for you. And not just this friends, we provide you in English as well as in Hindi too. So both English and Hindi students can enjoy our courses. Apart from this friends, we also provide you banking related question answers, the banking related MCQ questions, the quizzes that will help you prepare for the bank exams. Not just that friends, we provide you a new way of learning, that is your infotainment infographics. That is a different and interesting way of learning. Apart from this, we cover 20 topic wise current affairs. These topics are important such as apps, portals, important days, books and authors days, national affairs, international affairs, sports, defense, all these topics, these are highly important and questions from these particular topics are asked. Also we cover state-wise current affairs also that will help you to prepare for your state exams. Also friends, as I told you, if you use the code Vikas10, you will be given extra 10% discount on the purchase you make. If you have any problem regarding login and your application, then you can contact us on support@of Affairscloud.com. This is our email ID and you can contact us on our mobile phone, that is 9677333386.
Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs of 5th of November. The session will be very interesting, so do pay attention till the end. Let's start. First we will be revising some important one-liners and then we'll proceed to the news part today. Okay, so the first question news is that World Sustainability Day. When do we observe this? It is observed on 26th of October. Next, Samriddhi. What was Samriddhi? Samriddhi was a one-time tax payment amnesty scheme that was launched by the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, Vinay Kumar Saxena, and it was 1 plus 5 years for retail for residential and 1 plus 6 for commercial or non-residential. Alright, so that was your Samriddhi scheme that was launched by the Delhi's Lieutenant Governor Vinay Kumar Saxena. Next, Tiger Trump. Tiger Trump was an exercise that was conducted between India and US. Alright, highly important. This was the second edition of the exercise that was conducted and it was conducted at Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh location. Alright, so second edition of Tiger Trump was held between India and US. Next, ISRO. ISRO plans to launch Chandrayaan-3, that is the third mission to moon, by the June 2023. Mark this also, important. Next, Firebolt. Firebolt is one of the smartwatches brand that has recently appointed Vijay Deverakonda as their new brand ambassador, and Vijay Deverakonda is a very famous actor. Next is Bharti Das. Bharti Das has been appointed as the new Controller General of Accounts of India. I repeat, who has been appointed as the new Controller General of Accounts of India? She will be Bharti Das, as you can see her in the picture. Next news. Next is Shankara Subramaniam has been named as the principal scientist of ISRO's Aditya L1 mission, and this L1 here stands for Lagrange point. Alright, that is a point in space where this particular Aditya mission or Aditya satellite will be placed. So Shankara Subramaniam has been named as the principal scientist of the ISRO's Aditya L1 mission. Next, EU, European Union awards top humanitarian rights prize of the people of Ukraine. I repeat, EU awarded top humanitarian right prize to the people of Ukraine. Next we'll be talking about India's first cable suspension bridge that has been inaugurated across the Krishna river. I repeat, Center has recently approved India's first cable cum suspension bridge that was across the Krishna River. Highly important. This will be connecting Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. And it will be across the Krishna River and it will pass through Nalla Malla forest range. Alright, so remember these three information that this will be connecting Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. It will be across Krishna River and it will be across the it will be passing through the Nalla Malla forest range. That is India's first cable cum suspension bridge across Krishna River, and this will be the second of its kind in the world. Next, now friends, now we'll be shifting to the news part. Alright, the first news for the today that we are discussing is regarding intellectual property rights. As you can see here in the picture here, this is a camouflage pattern uniform that has been recently designed by Indian Army. So recently Ministry of Defense, that is the Indian Army, or you can say, has recently registered the intellectual property rights, or you can say they have the sole rights of this particular kind of uniform, that is the camouflage uniform. Alright, so Indian Army has registered the intellectual property rights of the new camouflage pattern and designs of the improved combat uniform. Alright, as you can see them in the picture, this is a different kind of uniform, and similar kind of uniform cannot be used by any other persons. That comes under your intellectual property rights. Similarly, what is this intellectual property right is that you developed some kind of a product or you invented some product, you will have the sole right of that product. No other company or no other individual can copy your product if you have the intellectual property right of that particular product. If they do so, they will be cased against. You can file a legal case against them. Alright, so coming back, it was Indian Army that has registered the intellectual property rights of the new camouflage pattern and design of the improved combat uniform. The new Indian Army combat uniform features a unique digital disruptive pattern and was unveiled by the Army Day. It was unveiled on the Army Day on January 15, 2022. The Controller General of Patents, Designs and Trademarks in Kolkata, West Bengal has completed the registration process for the new uniform to establish ownership of the Indian Army. Highly important. Alright, moving on. Next, Delhi. Delhi has topped in the EPFO coverage chart and Tripura and Assam are at the bottom. What is this EPFO? First of all, you need to understand this is your Employees Provident Fund Organization. Alright, according to the EPFO, a data was released that the Delhi has topped in this particular terms with a coverage of around 61.5% of their working population are under this social security. Alright, that means this EPFO, that how many people are registered for this EPFO, so that will be 61.5%, that is of the total state. So Delhi has topped in this particular area. Alright, and if we look at the whole list here, so Delhi was on the top position with 61.5% population covered by EPFO. Then Goa was on second with 51.4, Haryana on third with 35.3, Karnataka on fourth with 29.6, and fifth was your Uttarakhand with 26.7%. Then here you can see the least was Tripura, followed by Assam, then Meghalaya, Bihar, and Jammu and Kashmir. So you have to remember Delhi, that is the important one. It has topped in the EPFO percentage, that is your Employees Provident Fund Organization. Next is your one more thing. If I ask this EPFO, this comes under which ministry? So remember, EPFO comes under the Ministry of Labor and Employment. Alright, highly important. Next, US mission in India joins Housing Ministry to celebrate Vadodara's successful bond issuance. What is this? Remember Vadodara. Vadodara is a city in Gujarat. Alright, and it became the second Indian city to issue a municipal bond with assistance from the Office of Technical Assistance of the United States Department of Treasury. The bond will be used to fund the infrastructure projects in Vadodara, and the first Indian city to such a bond was in 2017, and it was Pune, Maharashtra, and now Vadodara of Gujarat became the second Indian city to issue such kind of municipal bonds. Alright, I repeat, first was your Pune, Maharashtra, that issued the municipal bonds in 2017, and now second is your Vadodara. that issued such kind of municipal bonds. And what are these municipal bonds? Basically, these are the bonds that will be provided to us individual or an organization, and based on these bonds, they will be, those individuals will be issued a certain amount of interest on that particular bond they will be buying, and in return they will be giving them a large amount of money, for which they will be used as the infrastructure project, or they will be used for the development of various infrastructures, or for development of any school, hospital, or any of the facilities that the particular city decides to provide. So it was Vadodara, that is the city in Gujarat, that became the second Indian city to issue such kind of municipal bonds. Highly important, remember this. Alright, now here Vadodara bond offering, which took place in 2022, was 10 times oversubscribed. Alright, with 33 bidders investing more than 1007 crore rupees. It was priced as a low yield of just 7.15%. A written case study will also be released detailing lessons gained from the Vadodara's bond issuance that will assist the future municipal bond issuance in the Indian cities. All right. Also remember, we talked that Pune was in Pune, Maharashtra was the first city to issue the municipal bonds, and they raised around 200 crore rupees. But as you can see, Vadodara has people subscribed here, issued a how much amount? 1007 crore rupees. Next is Indian Army. Indian Army approved the 5 Make 2 projects providing impetus to Atmanirbhar Bharat. I repeat, recently Indian Army has approved the project sanction orders for 5 Make 2 projects, providing a significant stimulus to the ongoing Make projects. Alright, here Make 2 projects are primarily industry funded projects that involve the development of prototypes through the design, development, and innovation solutions by Indian vendors. I repeat, what are these Make 2 projects? Make 2 projects are the projects that are industry funded. These are industry funded projects. All right, these involve what? They involve prototypes. All right, an innovative solution that can be worked upon. All right, on which the infrastructure can be built of various software or any other project. Highly important. Now it is saying that recently 5 Make 2 projects providing impetus to Atmanirbhar Bharat, and already 5 projects were approved. What were these 5 projects? First is your high frequency man packed software design radio. Second is your drone kill system. Third is infantry training weapon simulator. Fourth is 155 terminally guided munition, and fifth is your medium range precision kill system. So these are the 5 Make 2 projects that was recently approved by Indian Army. Who is the Chief of Army Staff of Indian Army? General Manoj Pandey. When was Indian Army founded? It was in 1985. Next news. Next is, remember, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has recently launched new complaint management system portal of the Central Vigilance Commission. I repeat, on 3rd of November, Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched a new complaint management system portal of the Central Vigilance Commission. Alright, this was launched during the Vigilance Awareness Week. Alright, and when do we observe this Vigilance Awareness Week? It is observed between 31st to 6th of November. 31st October to 6th of November, we observe the Vigilance Awareness Week, during which this new complaint management system portal, that means it is a website that was launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. What was the theme of this particular Vigilance Awareness Week? It was Corruption Free India for a Developed Nation. Alright, highly important. This particular website or portal will increase the transparency, it will reduce the corruption. Alright, it will also increase the technology that will indirect or directly reduce the corruption in the various departments. Also, this portal will provide end-to-end information through the regular updates on the status of complaints. So this was your new complaint management system that was launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi during the Vigilance Awareness Week, that is based on the theme. What was the theme of the Vigilance Awareness Week? Corruption Free India for a Developed Nation. Alright. Next, here you can see PM Prime Minister will also release a series of pictorial booklets on ethics and good practices. Also remember the compilation of the best practices on preventive vigilance and special issue Vignani on public procurement. The PM will facilitate 5 students at the occasion who wrote the best essays during the nationwide essay competition conducted by CVC on the 2022 theme of Vigilance Awareness Week. Next news is regarding Jal Shakti Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat has launched Swachh Sarvekshan Gramin 2023 toolkit. I repeat, Swachh Sarvekshan Gramin 2023 toolkit was recently launched by Jal Shakti Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji. Highly important. Alright, then remember this was launched during a technical session on the Rural Wash Partnership, the Way Forward. I repeat, this was launched during a technical session that was on Rural Wash Partnership, the Way Forward. This particular session was conducted by the Department of Drinking Water and Sanitization that comes under the Ministry of Jal Shakti. It was launched on 2nd November, that was the second day of the 7th India Water Week that is observed from 1st to 5th of November. So if asked when do we observe the India Water Week, from 1st to 5th of November, and if asked that when do we observe the National Vigilance Awareness Week, it is observed from 31st of October to 6th of November. Alright, next news. Now, not moving on to next, but let's talk about the toolkit that it is saying that they launched Swachh Sarvekshan Gramin 2023 toolkit. What is this toolkit comprises of? Alright, what is it all about? This toolkit is basically, it comprises of information on various stages of assessment, such as the district based ODF, that is your open defecation free process, like how should we improve them, what are the various ways that we can ask the people to increase the percentage of open defecation free status, then how well the SBM, that is your Swachh Bharat mission, can be implemented better in a particular area or district, how well the integrated management information system can be implemented. So basically on these points or all this information, that how can we improve on certain things in a certain area, these are the toolkits that was recently launched by the Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji, that was, and that is the Jal Shakti Minister, and they launched this Swachh Sarvekshan Gramin 2023 toolkit in order to basically say that how can we improve all these conditions in the particular area, on the rural areas. That is the reason these toolkits were released. Next news, remember Mangalore Airport to be renamed as the Mangaluru Airport with effect from 1st of December. Airport Authority of India has issued an official aeronautical information publication supplement announcing the change of city and airport name from Mangalore to Mangaluru with effect from 1st of December 2022. The purpose of this AIP, that is your aeronautical information publication supplement, is to officially inform all the stakeholders about the name change of the Aeronautical Information Service products for Mangalore Airport and Mangalore City. Alright, so now Mangalore City will be named as Mangaluru City and Mangalore Airport will be named as Mangaluru Airport. Next news. Next is UNEP. First of all, tell me United Nations Environment Program. Where is the headquarter? It is in Nairobi, Kenya. Where is the headquarter of UNDP? It is in New York. So now the question news here is, this is basically a report that we will be discussing. It states that adaptation efforts not consistent with climate risk. What does this mean? It is saying that the recently what are the efforts that are being taken by various countries in different parts of the world are not up to the mark, and they do not consist or they are not consistent with the efforts they need to stop the climate change. Because we know once the climate change has taken place, all right, it is already taking place. You can see in Europe right now, the recent news states that they are facing a high drought there. All right, they are facing the temperature, high temperature. They haven't seen such temperature in the past 40 to 50 years. All right, what is the reason of this? The reason is the climate change we are facing. Even in the Arctic area, Antarctic area, both you will be able to see the glaciers. They are melting at a faster rate than expected by the scientists. So what are these? This is because of the increase in the climate change, because of increase in the global warming. And what is the reason of the global warming? The amount of carbon dioxide that is being released into the atmosphere by the industrialists or by any human activities. All right. So and also we are cutting down on the trees, we are reducing the number of plants, all right, due to which we are able to see that most of the wildlife is also being disappeared. All right, so all these are the combined efforts that somehow impact the climate change. And recently a report was released by United Nations Environment Program. The name of the report was the Adaptation Gap Report 2022. Too little, too slow, climate adaptation failures put world at risk. This was the report released by United Nations Environment Program. All right, the global efforts in adaptation planning, financing and implementation are not at pace. What are the growing risks? Because we will see that the temperature climate change has already started, and in the coming years this will only increase and will not slow down. Also remember, adaptation needs required around $340 billion a year by 2030, but currently it just stands at 1/10 of it. That means currently all of the countries together are just spending around 34 to 35 billion dollars in combined on the adaptation that we required for slowing down of this climate change. Also remember, the estimated annual adaptation that needs are around 160 to 340 billion dollar by 2030 and around 500 billion dollars by 2050. We need to spend on the environment, so that on the change, so that we can carry our future without any change in climate or without any severe effect of the climate. Because when a climate or a area, or you can consider it like this, when ice of a particular glacier in a Arctic or Antarctic region is melted, it will take thousands of years to come back. All right, it is not a very quick process that this year the ice was low and the next year it will snow heavily, so it will cover all the melting of ice that has taken place last year. No, it takes thousands of years to reverse back the temperature, and this reverse is already taking place now. All we can do is to slow that down and prevent the catastrophe that is about to come. Next news. Next, remember, if we are talking about the best countries of 2022, in this particular index, the rank of India was 31st out of 85 countries globally. Here, Switzerland secured the top position on the first position, followed by Germany and Canada. But if we talk about the countries that have the cheapest manufacturing cost, it is India that has secured the top position. I repeat, if we are talking about the best countries in the world, India's rank was 31st. But if we are talking about the cheapest manufacturing cost globally, the rank of India was first. It was followed by China, which was followed by Vietnam. Alright, highly important. Remember this data. Next is WBG analysis. That is your, according to a data that was released, that was Climate and Development and Agenda for Action. This was a report that was recently released that stated that the investing an average of just 1.4% of the GDP globally or GDP annually could reduce the emissions in the developing nation as much as 70% by the year 2050. I repeat, a report was recently released, and the report was Climate and Development and Agenda for Action. It was released by World Bank Group, that is your WBG, and this report stated that only by just investing 1.4% of the GDP, a country could reduce their emissions by or a developing country can reduce their emissions as much as by 70% by the year 2050. Alright, highly important. Remember who released this report? It was released by World Bank Group. What is the name of the report? Climate and Development and Agenda for Action. Alright, highly important. Not just this, but if we talk about the low income countries, they need to invest around 8% of their GDP. 1.4% is for the developing countries, but 8% is for the low income countries. Alright. Then if we talk about the World Bank Group, who is the president here? David Malpass. Next news is regarding MPG. What is this MPC? What is this MPC? It is your RBI's Monetary Policy Committee. Alright. Monetary Policy Committee holds special meet to draft report on the inflation target miss. The report will be sent to the government under the provision of the section 45ZN of the RBI Act of 1934 and Regulation 7 of RBI MPC and Monetary Policy Regulations of 2016. Under this, remember, on 3rd of November A special off-cycle meeting was held by the Reserve Bank of India Monetary Policy Committee to discuss the draft and content of the report which the Apex Bank has to send to the central government for missing the inflation target. What was the reason behind this report? For 3 quarters straight, RBI has been lacking in meeting the inflation target. The consumer price based inflation, that is your CPI, or retail inflation, has been above the target range of 2 to 6%. Alright, for the last 3 consecutive quarters, or you can say for the last 9 months, that is from January to September. This rose to 7.41% to 4.7.41% in September 2022. Alright, highly important, remember this data. Then apart from this, remember, this is for the first times since the adoption of the new monetary policy framework in 2016 that a special MPC meeting was called under the section 45ZN of the RBI Act. Alright, highly important, mark this. Next question, news. Unity Bank, they have launched a Shagun 366 fixed deposit scheme. Alright, that is 1 year, 1 day fixed deposit scheme that is offering 7.8% per annum return for retail customers and 8.3% for senior citizens for a term period of 360 days, that is equal to 1 year and 1 day. Alright, highly important. And remember, this offer is valid for deposits made before the 30th of November 2022. Also remember, Unity Bank has also raised its interest rate on both the callable and non-callable bulk deposits that are higher than the 2 crore rupees. So what is the fixed deposit under this Shagun 366 fixed deposit scheme for 1 year and 1 day, that is around 366 days. So for a normal person it will be 7.8% per annum and it will be 8.3% for senior citizen. Next news, remember, Bharat Electronics Limited has recently signed a memorandum of understanding with Bosch, Inery and Motorola. Alright, these organizations, Bharat Electronics Limited, Bosch, Inery and Motorola, together signed a memorandum of understanding for cooperation across a variety of technological fields. Alright, highly important, remember this. But particularly if we talk about Bharat Electronics Limited, they partnered with Motorola in broadband for a push to talk service. Alright, that is also known by the term PTT service. Remember, directly will be asked that Bharat Electronics Limited and Motorola specifically tied up or signed an MOU for push to talk service. Alright, and the reason for this MOU was to address the needs of professional mobile radio segment users to connect their teams with greater speed and efficiency using Motorola Wave PTX PTT service. Alright, highly important. Then here we see Bharat Electronics Limited also signed an MOU with Inery. These two organizations signed together Inery for the cooperation in the field of blockchain. Alright, for in the field of blockchain technology, that they can work together in the field of blockchain technology. These two organizations came together and signed a memorandum of understanding. Alright, then if we talk about Bharat Electronics Limited, can you tell me who is the chairman and managing director? Bhanu Prakash Srivastava is the chairman and managing director. And where is the headquarter? It is in Bangalore, Karnataka. This Bharat Electronics Limited was established in the year 1954. Next, Indian firm MEIL, that is your Mega Engineering and Infrastructures Limited, recently received a letter of authorization for the Mongol refinery project, which requires building Mongolia's first greenfield oil refinery to lessen its oil imports from Russia. I repeat, Mega Engineering and Infrastructure Limited recently received the letter of authorization for the Mongol refinery project that will lessen their dependency on the Russian oil imports. Highly important, directly you need to remember this. How this question can be asked to you is that for the Mongol refinery project, which of the Indian firm received the letter of authorization? It was your MEIL, that is Mega Engineering and Infrastructures Limited. Alright, who is the founder and chairman here? PP Reddy. Who is the managing director? PV Krishna Reddy. Alright, and where is the head office? Hyderabad, Telangana. This was established in 1989. Next, We know Byju. Byju is an edtech platform. Recently, it was in news because they recently fired a lot of their Kerala-based staff. Now they are in news again because they have recently appointed Lionel Messi, who is a very famous football player. Alright, he has been appointed as the global brand ambassador for Byju's social initiative. Also, if you remember, Byju is the also the official sponsor of the 2022 World Cup that will be held in Qatar. Alright, so these are also the things that you need to remember. Next is Ajit Mohan. Ajit Mohan has quit as the head of Meta India, and we know Meta that was formerly known as Facebook. So recently Ajit Mohan has quit as or resigned as the head of Meta India, and in his place Manish Chopra will be appointed as the interim chief of Meta India. Highly important. Also, Ajit Mohan is set to take over as the Snapchat's president of the Asia Pacific region. That means he will become the Snapchat's president of the APAC, that is your Asia Pacific region. Highly important, friends, remember this. So Ajit Mohan will become the new president of the Snapchat's president of Asia Pacific region, and in his position Manish Chopra will be appointed as the interim chief. Also remember, if we talk about Ajit Mohan, he has launched Star India's video streaming platform, that was Hotstar, in 2015. Alright, and he joined Meta in 2019, and now he has resigned from his position. Next is Benjamin Netanyahu has become the Israeli Prime Minister. I repeat, Benjamin Netanyahu has become the Israel's Prime Minister by defeating the interim Prime Minister Yair Lapid. Direct question: who became the new Prime Minister of Israel? Benjamin Netanyahu. Alright, Next is Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar has launched a portal on the National Mission on Natural Farming. Directly remember, friends, that recently who launched a national mission on natural farming? It was launched by Narendra Singh Tomar. What did he launch? Was it a website? Was it a application? Was it a portal? Or what was it? Was it a mission? So it was a portal, or you can say it was a website that was launched by the Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar. Alright, highly important. National Mission on Natural Farming. If we talk about it, remember on 3rd of November, Narendra Singh Tomar launched NMNF, that is Natural Mission on National Mission on Natural Farming. Alright, highly important. This was launched during the first steering committee meeting of the National Natural Farming Mission that was held at Krishi Bhavan. Then, if we talk about this National Mission for Natural Farming, this portal has been developed by the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Question can be asked, who developed this? It was developed by the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. This contains information about the mission. It contains the implementation outlines, the resources that are being used here. It also talks about the process that is going on, how much it has been completed. Then it will also contain the farmer registration process. It will contain various blogs, articles that the farmers or individual peoples can read here. Alright, in addition, this website will also be helping in promoting and creating awareness about the natural farming in India. Highly important. So remember, a portal on National Mission of Natural Farming was recently launched by Narendra Singh Tomar ji. Highly important. Next, ISRO's RISAT, that is RISAT-2, make uncontrolled re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere at predicted impact point. I repeat, what is RISAT? It stands for Radar Imaging Satellite 2, made an uncontrolled re-entry into the Earth. That means though the impact point was predicted and it was near Jakarta, Indonesia, into the Indian Ocean region, but the re-entry was uncontrolled. The scientists were not able to control it, and though the point was specified where it will land, still it was an uncontrolled entry into the Earth's orbit. It was RISAT, so you should know the full form, Radar Imaging Satellite. Alright, and it is of ISRO. This was a 300 kg weighing satellite that was launched by ISRO, that is your Indian Space Research Organization. It was launched in the year 2009 using PSLV C-12 launch vehicle. Alright, also remember, if we are talking about ISRO, they launched OneWeb's OneWeb is a organization of United Kingdom. They launched 36 satellites of OneWeb into space. Also, 3 satellites of Singapore were launched using the PSLV C-53 rocket. Next news. Next is R. Pragnanda. We know he is a grandmaster. He is related to which sport? He is related to chess. And recently, he has won the Asian Continental Chess Championship. And after this win, he has qualified for the Chess World Cup. Alright, I repeat, he has won the Asia Continental Chess Championship for 2022 and he has recently qualified after this win for the World Cup 2023. Alright, highly important. Next is National Solidarity Day. It is observed on 20th of October. I repeat, National Solidarity Day is annually observed across India on 20th of October to honor the armed forces. Important friends, mark this. Alright, on 20th of October 1962, neighboring country China suddenly attacked India over a disputed Himalayan border. The war continued for a month until China declared a ceasefire in November 1962. Alright, so honor this. To honor the Indian Armed Forces, on 20th of October we observe National Solidarity Day. Highly important, mark this. So that's all for the day friends. Now let's go for a quick revision. Indian Army registers IPR for new design, that is your intellectual property rights for new design and camouflage pattern uniform. CBDT issues draft proposal for common ITR form for all taxpayers except ITR 7. EPFO coverage chart. Delhi tops in this while Tripura and Meghalaya are at the bottom. Vadodara becomes the second Indian city to issue municipal bond. Important. Indian Army approves 5 Make 2 projects giving boost to Atmanirbhar Bharat. Government of India notified IPPDF scheme for funding Triple P projects development. PM launches new complaint management system portal for CVC. Jal Shakti Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat launched Swachh Sarvekshan Gramin 2023 toolkit. Government extended date of quality control order for 2 steel grades till January 23. Mangalore Airport to be renamed Mangaluru Airport with effect from 1st of December. And remember, Mangalore City will be also renamed as Mangaluru City. Adaptation efforts not consistent with climate risk as per the report released by United Nations Environment Program. India ranks 31st in the US News and World Report's Best Countries 2022. If question is directly asked what is the rank of India according to the Best Countries 2022, India stands at 31st position out of 85 countries. And globally, India has the cheapest manufacturing cost, followed by China, followed by Vietnam. WBG, that is your World Bank Group report released analysis stating that climate and development are important agenda and we should work towards it, and also stated that developing countries should invest around 1.4% of their GDP annually till the year 2050 in order to reduce the carbon emissions by 70%. MPC holds special meet to draft report to send to central government for missing inflation target. Unity Bank launches Shagun 366 FD, offers up to 8.3% return for senior citizens. Bharat Electronics Limited signed MOU with Bosch, Inery and Motorola for cooperation across technological fields. Indian firm MEIL to build Mongolia's first greenfield oil refinery to lessen oil imports from Russia. Byju has appointed Lionel Messi, a very famous footballer, as their brand ambassador. Then Meta India head Ajit Mohan has quit and Manish Chopra took over as the interim head. Next, Benjamin Netanyahu has been appointed as the Prime Minister of Israel. Agriculture Minister has launched portal on National Mission on Natural Farming. ISRO's RISET makes uncontrolled re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere at the predicted impact point. 2022 Asian Chess Championship in New Delhi, and India's R. Pragnanda has won the open section and PV Nandeda has won the women's section. National Solidarity Day on 20th of October. So these are some important one-liners friends. Now let's go to the homework section. The first question is, when is the International Day to End Impunity for Crimes Against Journalists observed? Second, as per the Education Minister's Performance Grading Index, how many states attained level 2 grading in 2020-2021? Which union ministry is associated with the nutrients-based subsidy scheme? Fourth, which institution observes the Vigilance Awareness Week every year in India? Fifth, which institution tested the phase 2 of the ballistic defense missile interceptor AD-1? Important 5 question friends. Alright, I want you all to comment below. Maximum participation I need to see in the homework section. Alright. and no copy pasting. If you want us to continue with such session, all you have to do is comment below and let us know what are your views on such sessions. Do like the video, and also if you are new to our channel, do subscribe. That's all for the day, friend. Thank you and have a nice day.
That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairscloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is Affairscloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.